First, the call came, then the warnings, and finally, the reflection that wanted to take his place. Alex thought he was being protected, but he was only being prepared for the moment he vanished. It was a cold and silent October night. Alex sat alone in his room, lost in thought. The room was drowned in silence so deep that even the sound of wind tapping against the window felt terrifying. Suddenly, his phone rang. The screen read, Alex calling, his own number, his own name. He froze in disbelief. Maybe it was a glitch, or perhaps a friend playing some kind of prank. Curious, he answered. At first, there was only silence. Then, a voice came through, and that voice, it was his own. In a faint whisper, it said, Alex, don't leave your room tomorrow, or something terrible will happen to you. Alex's heart pounded, but before he could respond, the call ended. He reassured himself it must have been some system error. The next day, one of his classmates invited him to a party, but Alex refused. That night, his classmate called again, this time, panicked. When Alex asked what was wrong, his classmate said their car had crashed on the highway. He survived, but the others were fighting for their lives. Alex's hands trembled. The call, the warning, it had been real, but who was protecting him? As he sat in shock, his phone rang again. Once more, the screen read, Alex calling. This time, his fear was overwhelming, but he answered anyway. Who are you? He asked, his voice shaking. The reply was harsher this time. Tomorrow night, don't open your door. No matter who it is, don't open it. Alex sat trembling in his room, too afraid to tell anyone what was happening. That night, a knock came at his door. Someone outside pleaded for help. The knocking grew louder, more desperate, but Alex, shaking in terror, couldn't bring himself to open it. The next day, hungry and restless, Alex finally went to the market for food. There, he heard the news. Last night, someone had broken into another building and attacked a room. Alex realized the calls were saving his life, yet his fear and curiosity only grew stronger. Who was behind them? Every night, the phone rang. Every time, it was his own voice giving warnings. He never replied. The voice would deliver its message, then hang up. When Alex ignored the calls, voicemails arrived, instead recordings of his own screams. One night, another call came. This time, the voice was calm but serious. Don't look into the mirror tonight, just don't. But Alex was desperate for answers. He wanted to know the truth. He walked into the bathroom, staring at the mirror. At first, everything seemed normal. Then, his reflection smiled. Alex wasn't smiling. The phone slipped from his hand. His reflection moved its lips and whispered, I've been waiting for you. From that night on, the reflection became his constant companion. It would speak to him, mock him, and sometimes just stare into his eyes. Even when he was alone, Alex heard footsteps around him. Then came another stormy night. The phone rang again. The voice was trembling this time. Don't answer the next call, because it won't be me. Moments later, the phone rang once more. Alex calling. It rang again, and again. With shaking hands, Alex answered. There was only silence, until a horrific, twisted laugh broke through. He dropped the call, but then, from the mirror, came the same laugh. He turned. His reflection was stepping out of the glass, walking toward him, repeating over and over, It's my turn to live your life now. Suddenly, everything went dark. Alex tried to scream for help, but no sound came from his throat. He forced out one last cry, but it was swallowed by silence. The next morning, the room was empty. The mirror was spotless. The phone lay on the floor, showing just one missed call. Alex calling. From that day forward, no one ever saw the real Alex again.